I think we're getting into some action. Welcome to not accident, not crash, but collision 2019. And we're going to game one of doubles.
So we're seeing actually two Lucinas on both sides. We were correct about Cosmos and Nairo. But we have Jet. Oh, we actually. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was looking at the colors and I got a little confused.
At the bottom, I was like, wait a second.
So I thought they had it incorrect later. So we actually see Shulk on screen. I think Shulk is one of the scariest underplayed characters currently in this game.
And I agree. We got it. You know, I'm privy to a lot of the secrets coming from SoCal. It's definitely a character that has a lot to be unlocked. And speaking of unlocked, you already saw Nairo coming in with so much action.
And they're doing exactly what you pointed out before. Nairo's been taking the front, just pushing them off, and allowing Cosmos to set up and cover the back end. Also, Cosmos is taking borderline any percent, and he's going to miss the tech, and also he's going to not be able to snap the ledge with the Palisadium Dr. That's two stocks going on the blue team.
Yeah, unfortunately, the blue team now they're going to be playing from behind. If you want to make a recipe that is how to make an upset against the top team, you definitely got to come out early and establish some sort of edge, some sort of victory.
That's not one way to do it right there. Nairo is headhunting for these jumps out of Leiru, I believe that is, that's playing the Shulk. The fact that you can't recover consistently with somebody who has jump and auto as well, he's just getting butchered off to the side. Now Jet also dying early yet again, trying to save him.
That was a good play from Nairo. He just went and said, we're up by a bunch and we're trading the stocks. Ping pong action going on back and forth.
Yeah, I know that they were playing a lot of ping pong over at Summit, and it looks like they're trying to practice this. Now that's a shield, but he rolled in very smart, not going to take it, just take the damage instead.
Yeah, narrowly avoided that shield breaker. That probably would have been the end. But it's definitely a long road for Jet, and Cosmos says the road's closed. Match is pretty much over. There you go. Yeah. Game one going to the favorites.
Yeah, you reach that point in time in the match where it's like, all right, maybe we should start thinking about game two.
Yeah.
I assume that Jet was just maybe holding it for a second, like, all right, let's talk about this and hold up a little bit more time. No, it was a bit of bust ass. It was kind of bad. But a big thing is don't let that type of match get to you mentally.
Right.
Once you start thinking, oh crap, I'm never gonna make it back, I'm never gonna recover, that's automatically gonna give Nairo and Cosmos an advantage.
Right.
Start playing a little bit slower. Start focusing on remaining more grounded in center stage. Try and separate them and force 2v1s instead of 1v1s.
And looking at the player cam, you saw them. You saw Jet and Leiru laugh that one off a little bit going into the counter picking phase, and they're now they're still feeling good. It looks like they're not letting it affect their mentality too much. They're moving into game two. Let's see what adjustments they make overall. And let's see, what they make happen.
Yeah, hopefully they did plenty of homework in between that period of time there, because again, that was pretty bad. We're actually going to see a character swap to Ness. I don't know how heavily I agree with this, considering with Shulk, he was getting his jumps pressured repeatedly. He was having a really hard time landing and getting back to stage. And you see Cosmos is playing mid-range. He's just keeping Leiru in center stage. He's not even hitting him. He's just throwing out hitboxes to force the pressure.
About a big hit from Leiru and knocked Nairo, and Nairo able to recover. And Jet's off stage already. I think one of the things that the blue team's going to be looking for is to try to establish some sort of stage control, because once they're able to do that, the Ness turret comes out with Peaking Thunder, and that becomes really difficult to deal with, especially in the double situation.
And we saw that out of Cosmos at Summit as well. He was staying at the ledge. They were pointing out the fact that Gluttony took so much damage off of the rapid jabs. It keeps you locked in place because of the drift back, and Nairo was able to punish accordingly.
And they're off stage, and looks like Leiru's going to pick up a stock. Blue team coming out and trying to do their best to keep in it. Cosmos holding onto that stock and being a monster is really establishing a lead for the red team overall.
And that's a really good thing for the blue team as well. The fact that, that's not what you want to do right there. The fact that Leiru was getting a little bit better at being more confident at the ledge and forcing pressure off stage. But Cosmos, again, he's going to force the edge guard on Jet. This has just been the detriment of blue team, these repeated edge guards. They cannot stay alive. Yeah,
Cosmos has been the MVP, and then Nairo saying, don't give him the MVP just yet. Let me make a play of my own, and we're going to close it out. It looks like, unfortunately, we're looking at a very similar scenario to game one. It's a huge deficit for blue to overcome. They're not, it's rough. But it's early bracket action. They're able to go through the losers bracket and make it happen.
Yeah, because it definitely ain't happening right now. He got stuck in the back, and that's going to be all she wrote. Again, you got to put that type of thing in your back pocket. Obviously, these are two of the contenders for top 10 and top 5 in the world. You have to stop and think, all right, we can't mix them up with the same normal options we get other people with. We have to play a little unorthodox.
Right.
But the main thing is just forcing out one of the others. If you're constantly taking the 1v1s, it's going to be a bad time. And
Right.
most of the time when those 1v1s happen, they ended up off stage, and an edge guard was what followed and got the stock.
Yeah, especially when you're the underdog, the NBA isolation play is not the route you want to go.
Yeah.
Kind of want to go to the old school fishing-based strategy. Play your 2v1s is when you can make the top players have to make tough choices. Should I go in and save my teammate? Should I not go in and save my teammate?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and get in their head a little bit in that manner.
It is difficult, too, when you have people like Nairo and Cosmos who consistently were getting every single team combo.
Yeah.
They're always there to get the volleys and rack up the damage. You can't let free damage fall in doubles. I think that's a big thing that we talked about before. People aren't really used to yet.
Right.
The knockback changes in this game, a lot of people haven't really adjusted to in doubles yet, so I think that's a big part of why the doubles love really isn't there as much.
Right.
And there's a little bit more mental awareness because of the speed. But Nairo and Cosmos, they look like they've been doing this game for a long time, regardless of the switch.
they looked locked in. They looked like they've been training that one through, and they look primed to make a deep run into their brackets. I'm sure we'll be seeing them in.
I think that's what gets me the most about when I watch top players who don't even regularly team,
Yeah.
and how quickly they adjust. It's like you already know Nairo and Cosmos are probably going to be in top 8. That's a given.
Right.
But the fact that they haven't teamed really so far in this, by comparison to, say, maybe a Light and Mars, who have teamed a few times, or ESAM and MBD.
Right.
You see those consistent things out of them. They switch, they don't play with each other, and they already have it all.
And I think